In this lesson, we're going to have a look at tangents and normals to circles. So what does the word normal actually mean? Well, normal means at right angles to. So the normal to a circle would be a line that's at right angles to the circle. But the circle's curved, so how can we possibly visualize what something perpendicular to a curve is? Well, first of all, let's draw a tangent to a circle. Let's just draw a line that just touches the circle, like that. So that line there is parallel to the circle at the point at which it touches. It has the same gradient. And we'll discuss and explore the concept of gradient of a curve further in the differentiation section of this course. But there we have a tangent to the circle that is parallel to the circle. Perpendicular to that is the normal, which will always be a line coming from the centre of the circle. So basically, the normal to a circle is any line that overlaps a radius. So that's a normal there. This would be a normal here. In fact, anything passing through the centre of the circle would be perpendicular to the circle at the point at which it touches the circle. So tangent here, and at right angles to that is the normal, which overlaps the radius. Any line passing through the centre of a circle is a normal to the circle. A tangent is a line that just touches the circle. So let's have a look at this and just put it into practice. And this is going to be quite a short lesson because there isn't really much to this other than practicing it lots. So let's do an example to illustrate what we've just shown you there. So find the equation of the normal and the tangent to the circle. X minus 1 squared plus y minus 6 squared equals 25. Now, first thing I'm going to do is draw a diagram. So roughly that there, and I will freehand it. So the centre is 1, 6. So 1, 6, so it's going to look something like that. And the radius is 5, which means it's not going to quite cross the x-axis. It's going to be 1 unit above. So the diagram makes sense. It's not quite to scale, but that doesn't matter. So the radius is 5, and the centre is 1, 6, and it's at the point 5, 9. Now we know the gradient, all we need is a point. Well, in this case, we've got a choice of 2 points there. This line passes through both of those points. So I'm going to go for this one here, 1, 6, just because 1's a smaller number, makes it a bit easier. So the general equation of a straight line, y minus y1 equals m x minus x1, which implies that, and if I multiply by 4, I eliminate any fractions, making this a lot easier to deal with. 4y minus 24 equals 3x minus 3, and rearranging that into a suitable 3-term form. But remember, nothing was given as the required form here, so we can decide which 3-term form we want to put it in. So I'm going to say 3x minus 4y plus 21 equals 0 is the form I'm going to give it in, but any 3-term form for any exam board would get the marks. So that's the normal. The second step now will be to find the tangent, which is perpendicular to the normal. So the gradient of the tangent is the negative reciprocal, because it's perpendicular to the normal. So the reciprocal would be 4/3, then applying a minus sign would make it negative 4/3. So the tangent has gradient minus 4/3, and this time we don't have a choice of 2 points. We've only got this point here. This is the only point that we're given that the tangent passes through. So y minus y1 equals m x minus x1 multiplying by 3 with 3y minus 27 equals minus 4x plus 20, which then implies gathering all the terms again on one side, Not that you specifically need to do that. As I said before, any 3-term equivalent is fine. So we've got 4x plus 3y minus 47 equals 0 is the tangent to that circle. So a short lesson again. Have a go at loads of the questions. And my advice, if there's any problem questions, draw a diagram. That will massively help.